local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network. going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
All right, I'd like to welcome everybody here to Summertown. Got me, Timmy Kinnick, Greg Burleson sliding in here today, Adam Kinnick sitting over here with me. Of course, we got Will Pettis over here, don't like to talk, so kind of run through the lineup here for Marshall County real quick. They got quite a few changes from yesterday, so you got Eli Cross leading off in center field, Lucas Hurry playing third base, Caleb Henry playing shortstop, Gibby Miller will be your first baseman here today. Kendrick Tears is back out in left field tonight. Carson Henderson is playing right field. Aiden Kirby will be playing second base. Colton Carden will be your catcher here tonight. And Wiles will be your DH hitting for Ben Randalls, which is pitching for them tonight. Summertown's, I think we had some changes in it too. Of course, you got Casey Blackwood in center field. Ryder Blackwood hitting in the two-hole, playing shortstop. Quint Smith playing first base. Kane Kinnick will be back over to third tonight. Jake Pettis out in left field. Graham Howell is playing right field for us tonight. Cecil Williams will be at second base. Foster Paley will be your catcher starting out here tonight. Aiden Perez will be DHing for our pitcher, Braden Keaton. So, guys, kind of put 10 runs on them last night. Kind of walked through that one over there, but, it's a different day. It's a different night, different pitchers on the mound, so it's a new ball game. Greg, we was just discussing that you don't never know what you're going to run into day by day. So
it's high school kids. You never know, do you?
Think you know when they're adults. I still don't know what I'm doing. Curveball swung on for strike one.
Calm day, no wind, is there?
Yeah, we ain't getting no wind. It's actually a really nice baseball day for sure. It's going to be a ground ball over to shortstop. Ryder Blackwood fields clean. Throws over to first. Going to be down. Q's going to miss that one. So he is going to get on. It's Lucas Hurry, which is the way they told me to pronounce it last night. And they said that he was Hurry. He batted down the lineup last night, but he swung the bat well for him with a runner at first here. Pick over to first. Almost pulled Q off the bag over there a little.
Hope Q got stretched out.
Yeah, me too, because he's had to go two directions here and two balls for sure. Squires the bunt. Will be foul over towards the first base dugout.
Maybe a little deep for bunt situation here. Might ought to move up.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Greg. Going to call timeout in the box. Braden looked like he was struggling getting a sign. I don't know. We struggle with that earpiece a little. Squires the bunt. Breaking pitch. Going to be away for ball one. Makes it 1-1. Yeah, it wasn't a bad pitch. Swings through that one. Ball was up. He swings through it. Strike two.
Good opportunity for a double play ball now.
Yeah,
Take
absolutely.
the bunt off.
Ball's going to be grounded. There it is. Ball grounded over to second. One. It's going to be thrown away over at first. Yeah, I don't either. Look like he got down the line pretty good. Try that again, Ab. Say something.
I
got you now.
Okay. It doesn't sound right in my headphone either.
No, you
headset.
wasn't on, man. We had you turned off. So
Arguing the slide, I think.
Yeah, I think he slid a little wide, but yeah. Well, he missed a base by about 6 feet. Yeah, I was going to say 3.
20 years ago, that's a good slide now.
You can't do that no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have been a good slide 20 years ago because he never touched him.
Well, it's just difficult because the second base umpire has to turn and look at first.
Yes.
And so he takes his eyes off sometimes.
Ball's going to be grounded foul over towards the third base dugout.
Yeah, Q's already had to make a couple quick moves over there.
Pitch is delivered. Breaking pitch stays in. Yeah, every time I think about Q making a quick move, all I can think about is he running over the umpire down at Loretta the other night.
He said he's only been asked a couple million times how that felt this week.
I'm sure.
So I told him, I said, I can see you running into him, but I mean, why both hands come up with a shove?
Yeah, let's try to.
Look, and his feet started chopping. He looked like a running back.
He said, just a natural reaction. Yeah. I said, yeah. I said, I wish I'd have had that opportunity as a coach a few times.
So we may use that. We can just sit Q on him out there.
I was just trying to get out of the way, I promise.
2 balls, 1 strike here. Braden delivers. Ball's popped up on the infield. Kane, Ryder calls him off of it.
Chance to work out of it now.
Yep.
Yeah, be a good way to get out of it. It's going to be number 10, Gibby Miller. Ball is popped up out in the center field. Casey Blackwood just stands around out there, takes his hat off, catches it nice and easy. Greg, I'm going to ask you, I asked these guys the other night.
Before you even ask. If it's about that hat coming off.
No, it's not. It's not. But you had girls about the same age as mine. Right? So iCarly, the TV show iCarly.
Right.
Do you remember Gibby?
Yes.
That was on.
Oh, yeah.
So this kid's name's Gibby.
Oh, yeah.
So none of these guys knew what I was talking about last night.
When you first said it, I grinned because I've heard it like 1,000 times.
Yeah,
It's just having girls, I guess.
Gibby. That's what I wanted to call him last night.
I hate to admit to it, but I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, that's the girls. It wasn't me, but we'll take a little break. This is Summertown Baseball on X Sports Network.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
Want to take the next steps in taking care of your health? Tennessee Valley Allergy Services can make your goals a reality. Their team of doctors, nurses, and medical professionals are dedicated to providing allergy care and treatment, such as drops and shots, to fit your exact needs. Their expert services are for anyone ages 2 and older. Whether you struggle with environmental or food allergies, they've got you covered. Discover a better you at Tennessee Valley Allergy Services, located right next to the Zaxby's in Lawrenceburg. Book online or call 931-325-0757 to schedule your appointment today.
All right, we're back. Lead off for Summertown. Casey Blackwood, the center fielder, is going to step in, try to get Summertown started here. Pitch going to be fouled off.
What did that hit? It's back at second base.
Did it? Oh, it hit the light. Must have hit. It had to hit the concrete light pole. I was looking down at my phone to see who was pitching.
Pitcher was trying to catch it.
Ben Randall's pitching for them today. Breaking pitch going to be grounded over to shortstop. Shortstop fields clean. Throws over to first. Oh,
Nice scoop.
very nice scoop. But Casey made it close for sure.
Casey can put it in play. He's going to make it close.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
it's absolutely.
And the catcher don't need to run down the first baseline because Casey's bat's going to be right in his way.
He
He throws it over there
That's like
every
20
time.
feet.
Especially, well, unless he bat flips it. Going to bring up Ryder Blackwood. Ryder had a great night last night. Went 5 for 5. Pitched well for us for the first 4 innings.
What did you say? He had 5 RBI also?
Went 5 for 5 and had 5 RBIs, and I think he scored. I went back and I think he scored 3 runs. So he had 8 of our 10. Ball's going to be down and in. I think somebody's quit keeping the scoreboard. It is 2 balls, no strikes. Ryder steps back in there as Ben gets set on the mound to deliver. He does. Ryder shows bunt, pulls it back, which not a bad idea there, guys. The third baseman's 15 foot behind the bag, and Ryder's got some pretty good wheels.
He'll always do that if that guy don't respect it.
He was taken all the way on that one.
See him drive that pitch over the shortstop's head right here.
Yeah. Pitch is delivered here. Be called strike. Kind of in on Ryder there a little
kind
bit.
of a good take on 3-1. I
Yeah,
guess.
That's not what you're looking for.
That's going to be a tough pitch to do anything with besides hit it off your hands. 3-2, 1 out. Pitch is delivered. Going to be away. Ryder's going to work his way on to first base.
Good opportunity for Q to hit behind him here and move your runner to third.
Yeah, Q's been swinging a good bat. Men come set. Ryder's got a pretty good lead over there. It's going to be down the dirt. Ryder's still trying to figure out how to get his oven mitt on over there. What do you think about them, Greg?
Not a fan. I mean, I understand it, but I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Making it soft, ain't it?
Yeah. Slide feet first.
Yeah. Pick over. Ryder gets back.
Dove in with the hand without the mitt on.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. You know, they're making them things now with, like, different colors with googly eyes and stuff like that on them now. Going to be called a strike. Ryder's going to take second base on that. Catcher threw the wrong side of the bag.
It's good if you're sliding into second because you got it on your left hand, but when you go dive back into first, you dive in with the right hand. So
I don't know that Casey Blackwood can slide feet first.
But doesn't Ryder throw right-handed?
Yes, he does.
He's protecting the glove hand.
Mighty cut by Q.
Yeah, Huge cut right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ryder Blackwood standing at second base. Pitch is delivered. Q's going to just flare that one out in the left field. That ball's going to get down.
Down.
We'll hold Ryder up at third. Q bounces out like he thought about going to second. Thought different. We'll bring up
base here.
Yeah, I think so. They threw at us a couple times over there yesterday, Greg.
Throw it down to second, or you think they'll pick back to third?
Well, they threw to second.
They threw to second
on us yesterday a few times. So
take that out.
Pitch is going to be up. Ball 1 here on Kane Kenny.
Like I said, ball in a 4-hole here would be nice.
Pitch is going to be outside to Kane. Q's going to move up. It was a really good pitch to go on. Catcher had to go out on his knees to catch that, and it's far outside. Good hitters count right here with runners in scoring position, 2-0. Should be setting dead red here.
Infield's back, so they're probably going to give the run, it looks like.
It's going to be called strike. On what we're waiting on there.
Yeah, I think that'd been the one you'd be looking for.
Pitch is up and in. Makes it 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners on here for Summertown. Ben comes set here, delivers home. Kane's going to fist that one over to the first baseman for the second out.
Pitcher did a good job trying to stay in on him right
he
there.
did.
Didn't want him to go opposite field, I felt like.
I think he might have been working too hard to try to hit it that way, too, behind those runners.
Yeah, and probably was, instead of just turning on that baseball and hitting it. Going to bring up Jake Pettis. Jake's going to take ball up. Will, you like another $5 bet? Jake gets a hit right here with 2 RBIs. Huh? Not tonight? You want it?
Uh-oh.
Hey, you got good credit with me, buddy. Pitcher delivers here. Jake fists it back to the pitcher. Pitcher fields clean, throws over to first. Will be the third out of the inning. So, but see, you could have made 5 of it back, Will. But we'll take a little break. This is Summertown Baseball on Exports Network.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tennessee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tennessee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit Tennessee.com.
Cell phone plans at an affordable price? Only at LE Wireless. When they say wireless for all, they mean it. With yearly plans as low as $5 per month, they say it's the best $60 you'll spend on unlimited talk and text. Ask about their monthly and family plans. They will succeed in meeting your needs at a price you'll love. And no need to go elsewhere for accessories. Already a customer? Their referral program can put even...
All right, we're back here. Tears is going to step in. Moved up my line up here today from yesterday. Breaking pitch away for ball 1. This is Tears from Tennessee. Played at CA.
Right.
It's his first cousin.
Gotcha.
Fouls that and all for a strike. Braden Keaton comes set here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is delivered. Good pitch.
I'd like to get that pitch all night.
All night.
Yeah.
Throw that between the chalk and the plate. Well, that's nice.
Been getting that a lot this year, Greg.
Take it if he'll give it to us, too. Take it again.
But I've seen it a lot this year.
Yeah,
the umpires are not giving us. I mean, they're not giving you stuff inside, but they're giving you that chalk, edge of that chalk on the outside, and it's just about unhittable, especially if it's down. And that pitch
Like
is out
that.
there. Yeah. I mean, that pitch is hard to get to. Fouled off. Stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes here. We're in the top of the second inning.
Right. Yeah. Well, I can believe it. Burleson with another good serve. She's going to get the 8.
There's that curved ball in there
Nice
for
pitch.
strike 3.
Makes the guy making the chalk lines want to leave a little bit of room between that plate and the chalk line.
Scoot it out
Still
there.
about 8 inches away from the plate. Give it a little more.
Instead of 4, let's go at least 6. It'll be Carson Henderson playing right field. He DH'd for him yesterday. Henderson did.
A lot of first pitch curveballs. I'd like to see that pitch maybe come at the batter a little more, and go for strike 1, cross the plate there instead of throwing it away. Maybe work it in a little bit.
Try to throw it for a strike.
Yeah, they seem to be taking it, so you might get that
Balls.
hop. Nice. Fall through. Good.
Ground ball over to third. Kinnick plays it clean, throws it over to first for the first out of the inning. Second out of the inning. Scoreboard says 1. I don't know who I got keeping a scoreboard down there today, but they're slow as Christmas.
I think it's the one who parked in my parking place.
Is it? I don't think so. She's sitting down here playing music. Oh, called strike 1. Hab says good pitch. He's watching the video.
I like it. It's kind of like Greg said, started out looking like a strike. Anyway.
Yeah, there it is again. As like you said, I'd like to see him start that thing on the inside corner and let it break to that outside corner. If they do hit it, I don't think they're going to hit it hard.
And both pitchers realize he's probably a pitcher's umpire, it seems like so far, so work it how you can. There it is.
There it was. Fly it out to center field. Casey Blackwood just standing around out there and makes the play. So we're swapping sides. Summertown needs to try to get something on and do something with it when we do get on. So we'll take a little break. This is Summertown Baseball on X Sports Network.
Hey Lawrenceburg, looking for something new? Come to Happy G's, located at 210 East Gaines Street. We have pitching machines, batting cages, and even indoor golf. Powered by TrackMan, our system is perfect for practice or play. With over 300 courses as well as multiple mini games, it is perfect for all ages and abilities. We even offer packages for group events such as birthday parties and business lunches. So let's go. Come get your game on indoors at Happy G's.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
At Florida Mid-South Realty, we pride ourselves on our family values, professional service, and a deep local
All right, welcome everybody back. Graham Howe's going to step in here for Summertown. Graham moved up in the lineup a little bit, hitting in the 6-hole today. Cecil Williams on deck behind him. Fastball outside. I think that one was on the wrong side of the chalk.
Yep, got to be on the other side.
Yeah, got to get it on the other side.
Catcher sitting there. There it is. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good
he's.
pitch.
Yeah, they. I'm sure their coaches and stuff picked up on it over there, so they're going to use it too.
David, the JV ump, he called it out there all night too. He was.
I mean, most of the umpires we're seeing
Yeah,
this year
they are.
are giving.
They give
I mean,
it.
most everything we're seeing, they're staying out
there. If you keep it inside that chalk line, they're going to call it.
Ball's grounded to the shortstop. Shortstop fields clean, comes up, throws over to first. Be the first out of the inning.
But it's still early in the season. You want to see guys, open it up a little bit, make the pitchers, you want to save a few arms early in the season so they don't have to throw as many pitches.
Mind.
So,
I don't mind it.
No, I think so too.
I think if you're a hitter, you figure that out.
You got a 34-inch bat that's just got to cover a 17-inch plate, so sure they can give them a few more inches there. So.
Yeah. Oh, called ball. Yeah, I don't think we've got anybody swinging a 33-inch bat, much less a 34. I don't think we have. We ain't got nobody big enough over here to handle that, Greg. We ball away. Yeah, this team ain't as big and strong as some of them you had over the years. I mean, we're.
So to swing those -3s. Those remember those Green Easton and the Black Magic in back in the day.
That's all we had.
Everybody shared the same bat, didn't they?
Yeah. And same helmets. Yeah. We had 3 helmets that fit, and one of them, it was way too big for everybody. So if you got bases loaded, you had to go swap with somebody so you could hit. But kids wouldn't know what to do this day and time. I think we had more fun then, though. 3-0's going to be up and away.
It's always good to see him on.
Yes. Cecil's going to draw him a 4-pitch walk. Bring up our catcher, Foster Paley. Aiden Perez will be on deck. Foster's going to get the bunt down. That's going to move the runner over.
That'll work. I'd like to see him work a little harder for that out, but that'll work.
Yeah, I mean, that's just right back at the pitcher. I'd like to see that ball down the third baseline. You get it down the third baseline there, and it opens up 2 things. You may be safe at first, and you also may get
advance to third on the
Cecil to advance to third on it. Don't bring up Perez. I don't know if it's possible, guys. He's been sick the last 2 weeks. He looks like he may have lost a little weight. There's that pitch.
Yeah, he don't.
Perez seeing it for the first time. I mean, that
ought to be common knowledge in the dugout by now.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to start thinking going right side a little bit.
Yes.
We're staying there.
Catcher does a good job there blocking that up.
First inning, he jammed some of our guys on top of the lineup, and he's staying right staying on that corner this time. Perez gets a hit here, can roll it over the top of the lineup.
Ball's going to be away. Cecil is going to move up. Did come off the backstop right back to the catcher. Ball's going to be rolled right back up the middle.
A piece of hitting right there.
Yep. Perez just waited till they did come in there far enough. He just hits him a ground ball right back up the middle to get him an RBI here.
It's a good job not trying to do too much right there. Just take it back through, score a run.
I know they said yesterday, Perez had that flu B and then turned into pneumonia. They said yesterday he was running and he was still having a hard time with his breathing.
Yeah, he didn't play him in JV today. He played in JV
yesterday.
The rest of the week, the other 3 games this week. So
kind of easing back into it.
Yeah.
I like this opportunity sometimes, maybe take a chance on a steal here and then let Kaysen try to drive him in. If you don't get it, then you still come back next inning with lead off to start the inning. It's,
Right.
Especially 2-0 count right here, you might get something on.
That's a good gamble with that speed at first.
Yeah, I'd take the bet he gets there 90% of the time. Casey's going to take a fastball right down the middle.
I think he knows it too.
Yeah. Pick over to first. Perez is back easy. Had you one over there, P. P is gone. No throw.
Ooh.
And he just, what was that?
I don't know.
He slid about
it's like it's
3 steps too late.
I don't know what we got going on over there.
Without
There's a couple of guys.
Looks like we're going to have sliding reels, guys. Pitch is going to be away. That's one of them pitches there, Greg. I think if that catcher stays and catches that, you've got a chance of it being called a strike.
If he don't reach, if he would go out and straddle that corner, he probably gets it.
I was noticing some of that last night on both sides. The catcher's not helping their pitchers at all.
You can catch it between the shoulders. You can usually get that call no matter where you sit.
You got to stay square.
Bring up Ryder Blackwood, squares the bunt. Went the right direction with it.
I'm telling you, he sees that third baseman behind that bag, and he's going to do that most of the time.
I don't know why he wouldn't. Been left-handed.
Probably not a bad pitch on Kaysen to go 3-1. Go ahead and walk him there with that base open to let him drive in around from Sagan. So that probably didn't hurt. That's set you up a force here. Now move up. Nice job.
Ball's going to be down and in. Kicks off the catcher's shin guard, so everybody moves up. Put 2 in scoring position here for Ryder. Got Q standing on deck.
Kind of surprised the shortstop is in a holding position right there.
Greg, I have noticed.
They do it.
This is something I've noticed. They never move out of that position. No. It's not really a holding position. They play there with nobody on, and this 5-6-0 is huge.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and everybody's doing it now. I don't know if that's something new that they're teaching, or which I don't like it, but Ryder's going to fly that one out to center field. Center fielder looks like he's got a bead on it. He does. Makes the play. He's going to come in. So they get the third out there. Summertown there with 2 outs with runners in scoring position. Can't add nothing. So we'll take a little break. This is Summertown Baseball on X Sports Network.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is your headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Are you in need of a trailer? How about a saw, tools, loaders, or even generator? Now meeting all your propane needs as well. You can find everything you need to complete your project and much more down at Old School Rentals in Loretto. Go by and let owner Ryan Smith help you today. That's Old School Rentals on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
All right, we're back. Gonna be ball 1.
good pitch.
We Colton Carden.
Another good pitch.
Another hit off the pole. Used to be it hit off pine trees when it went over there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Braden delivers. Breaking pitch. Going to be fouled back over here. Hadn't hit her building yet. Pretty lucky, guys. We've had 2 games and quite a few practices, and I don't know, but of 1 baseball that's hit the top of the building so far. So we're Keaton delivers the 1-2 again. It's going to be a breaking pitch. Hit over to Ryder Brightwood at short. Ryder fields clean. Throws over to first.
Q a little payback. Throw it
Give it a short hop.
Yeah, Q going to give Ryder a little short hop over there. Summertown's got the 1 out here. It's going to be the DH. Wiles steps in. Middle school baseball defeats Lewis County 4-2 over today. All right, we're back. Sorry, had a little technical difficulty there. Did get back. Q's going to step in here for Summertown. I will kind of back up here in a second after this pitch. That ball was hammered just past the dugout down here on the right side. Lost the internet. We did give up 1 hit in the left field there with 2 outs. The next kid come up, grounds out, gets us out of the inning, grounds over to second for the 3rd out. So we come in and swap sides. I think Will's got us back up and going. Ball's going to be in the dirt. Here to Q. Slide over, pick it up for the catcher. See there, Adam? I'm telling you, these catchers are getting lazy this day and time.
Yeah, they don't go get them.
Huh? I mean, our batter had to go get it. He just kind of sat there, and it's all of them. Pitch is delivered here to Q. It's going to be up and away. Make it 2 balls, 1 strike. I don't think they're going to throw that fastball back on that inside corner. Like he almost killed everybody in the dugout over there with it.
Remember that one last night he hit too.
Yeah. That ball's away on him. Q swings through it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mr. Smith steps back in there. Pitch is going to be up. Bring everything full. Pitcher comes set here, delivers a 3-2 to Q. Q's going to drive that ball out into left center field. It's going to get down out there. Q was thinking 2.
They cut it off pretty quick out there.
Tears made a good, got to it pretty quick, cuts it off.
That was a good swing by Q taking that down.
Was. Well, you know, they come down in on him on that first pitch, and he rattled everything over here, and they never come back to it. So, you know, it's going to bring up the third baseman, Kane Kinnick. He fisted one to the first baseman, his first at bat. Kind of got tied up on the inside pitch. Pitch is going to be down and away. Pitcher comes set here. Kane's going to drive that ball in the gap out there. Tears is going to get over and cut that one off, but Q is going to get to Q's going to get to third. Kane's going to get to second. Yeah, good stand-up double right there. Sorry, Greg, I had you muted. You wasn't here.
That happens quite often.
People mute you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they want me to anyway.
I did see you come toting a Coke back in here. They ain't got no Diet Mountain Dews?
No, they're out. We got to go to Pepsi products around here.
I noticed a while ago that's what I drank, and they didn't have none when I was up there. And I said, what have y'all got?
Got a pitching change.
It's like they are going to make a pitching change. Did you see a number?
And what do we have district Monday and Tuesday next week, guys?
Mount Pleasant.
So we got Mount Pleasant. I think we're away on Monday. Is that right?
Yes. Every district game we play this year, Monday's away, Tuesday's home. Every one of them.
Gotcha.
So they did make a pitching change. They're going to bring in number 1, which is Lucas Hurry, that was playing third. Who'd they move to short right there? So number 22 has come in the game. That is Scott, which played second for him last night and moved over to third. Now he's at short. Well, maybe he's at third. I bet he's going to play third. Yeah, they're not going to pull. Yeah, he'll come in and play third. So
that kid made a great play at second base last night.
He made an excellent play over there.
So has all of our kids bought turf shoes for Monday?
They've all got rubber, yeah,
plastic spikes.
They was told they had to have both this year, so they've got. I think most of them's wearing plastic spikes.
We were talking about that the other night, how it's changed, and you look up now we got 2 teams in our district with turf fields. I mean, it's kind of amazing how the facilities are changing around here now. Yeah, upgrades.
And I don't know that I like it. I mean, it's nice. I mean, you know what hop you're getting, but you go talk about Columbia. Central up there had the prettiest baseball field, in my opinion, prettiest high school baseball field in the state. They just come in and gutted it and turfed it. I like the dirt, and I tell people I know they do a lot of it in college, but how many pro games you ever see play on dirt or played on turf?
Well, I think it's coming down to the maintenance and the cost of fixing fields and rainouts and things like that. Team scheduling just like us, we got to schedule 34 games in about 7 weeks, so you don't have a lot of room for.
Well, now the way I hear it, it's down here in this county, they feel like turf's harder to take care of than grass. It's kind of that's some of the stuff I've heard.
Harder to pay for.
That might be a
Jake's going to fly that ball out to center field. That should score.
Tag up.
Yeah, they're going to tag Kane. Whoop. Both going to go back.
Wasn't hardly deep enough.
Yeah, it was shallow. He had a good shot in there, too.
Might have to get on the cue just because he's left-handed don't mean he tags up backwards.
He tags up.
He had his back turned to the tag up.
Yeah.
Like that's what.
Well, now he just hits left-handed. He's right-handed. So Bring in Graham Howe. First pitch called strike. Graham hit a pretty hard ground ball at the shortstop earlier. .560 over here right now. He's huge, guys. I mean, you can hit a slow roller, get it through that gap. No balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out. Pitches away. Umpire says he didn't go.
I think he held up on that.
I think he did too. Will down there said he didn't go.
No, earlier they pitched us in with runners at second, third. Now
Yeah.
they're kind of working away this time.
A breaking pitch. Looked like it had much break on it. It is 2 different pitchers here too. So, So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ball's way away. Brent's going to have to tie a bungee cord to Q over there. Well,
I wouldn't want to be the pitcher covering the plate on that either, by the way.
yeah, no, I wouldn't either. I think we need a big jumbotron out here just to show that to everybody we play.
Probably a little Olay when he comes through.
Ball's going to hit foul over the
play.
first base dugout. Yeah, it's well out of play up on the bank. Somebody else's property up there.
I think Bulldog would go get that.
Probably.
It's just in there.
Yeah, he
Does
just
nothing.
won't touch a ball.
I mean, we let him in for free and he does nothing.
Yeah, does nothing. Besides run up and down in front of the fans.
He was at softball yesterday over there barking every time they'd make a play.
He's cheering for him.
He's cheering them on.
I think he remembered me when I come back over because he gave me that look. It's like, should I run? As many times I've run him off the field, like he didn't know what to do.
3-2 pitch. Fastball in there. Graham's going to swing through that and for strike 3. Bring up Cecil Williams.
It's the second and third for the third straight inning, you know.
Yes,
it's
it
just
is.
a good opportunity. We need to drive in a run here.
This inning was no
Well,
out,
you're
second,
second,
third.
second and third with no outs. Now you've got 2 outs. Yeah, he did. Kind of check swings on that one.
Could have been a called strike either way.
Yeah, I think either way. That ball's
There
down.
he comes.
Q's coming. Heads up pitch. Kane's going to move up to third.
I would have dropped it too. Swear
Could
it was
you-
an accident.
Yeah. Could you imagine standing out there and that kid running at you full speed?
At least we're not going to leave 6 on, maybe.
No.
3 innings. So maybe break the ice right here.
So 1 ball, 1 strike here on Cecil with 2 outs. Kane Kinnick standing at third. Ball in there. Ball 2. That and stowed at his head. Lead base runner, Cecil.
He said not that bad.
Yeah, I ain't taking one in the head either. Just kidding. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Keegan might have put him up to that.
May have. That pitch is, I believe that was ball 4.
A little payback for a broke nose.
Yeah. I asked Keegan what happened. He said, I just never seen it coming.
I think that sun got him.
Oh, that's going to be chopped back up the middle. That's going to be tough for the shortstop. He fields, throws over the first. That's a good play for the shortstop. He was 10 foot to the first base side of the bag.
Playing
That's yeah, there you go again.
That's why they're playing that.
That's the reason they're playing that, I guess.
They
So,
shut that middle off.
so we'll take a little break as they're swapping sides. This is Summertown Baseball on X Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm the worship pastor at Mars Hill Baptist here in Lawrenceburg. I'd like to talk to you just for a minute. You know, when we're watching sports, we understand that before the game, a lot of other things took place. There's a lot of practices and a lot of hard work that goes on. Also, when we see somebody physically fit, we know that that just doesn't happen. Somebody that had to be self-controlled in their eating and disciplined in exercise. You know, the Bible tells us in 1 Timothy 4 that our physical is of value, but what's even more valuable is our spiritual health. And it also tells us that just like our physical, we have to be disciplined and we have to train ourselves for godliness. So I just want to ask you, what are you doing for your spiritual health? Are you disciplined to be in the Word, to understand who God is and how He wants you to live? Are you disciplined in your prayer life? Are you disciplined to serve others and to share your faith? Well, at Mars Hill Baptist Church, if you don't have a church home, we'd love to walk through you together in life as we learn how to be more like Christ and be spiritually healthy. We have services Sundays 8 and 10:30 and on Wednesday nights at 7. We'd love for you to join us.
All right, we're back. Braden Keaton still on the mound here in the top of the 4th inning. Summertown leads 2-0.
Communication problems.
Bring up Kendrick Tears. Breaking pitch stayed just a tad up.
Worked it in a little better that time.
Yeah.
That was a good start pitch for strike.
He's going to call time again. Backs out. There's that breaking pitch. Going to be hit right down the third baseline. Line drive over the third baseman's head. I don't know what that just hit, but if Pettis don't get it picked up, what did it hit? The fence?
Fence post.
It looked like Jake was in the right position. All at once, the ball made an abrupt right hand.
I'll see that replay of him around him first. I swore he stepped over first base, but I'm not. Oh.
He's looking somewhere else.
I swear he straddled right over first.
Marshall County's got a lead off double. Tears is pretty quick out there, too. Easy, Braden. That's the exact same thing they got Kane for the other night, caught a ball.
We used to have a play in college talking about missing the base. If you had the fly ball in the outfield, the runner on second, the one guy's got to watch the fly ball, and one has to watch the runner tagging first base.
Make sure he touches.
Yeah, and we would always cut from going from second to home. We would always cut inside the grass and just miss third by 15 feet. And it'd be a signal, and just the coach would throw his hand out, and you'd just miss it by 15 feet, and neither umpire would see it because they were watching. One had to watch the plate, so they run it all the time.
Pitch is delivered here. I had the lineup wrong, guys. That was Caleb Henry that hit the double. This is Gibby Miller. Tears is on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Ball. Greg, you would have never cheated anybody that way, would you?
No. It was the coach made us do it.
The coach made you do it.
It was a college play.
He did think it was a good idea, though.
Loved it.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Swings through that one.
Good pitch.
It's a big strikeout right there, guys. Now that's going to bring Kendrick Tears in.
I can see Cecil hold him here maybe at second a little, but pull Ryder back and get him to hit a ball on the left side to keep that runner from advancing, maybe get her out here.
These guys don't mind a bunt either.
No, it looks like Kane is expecting it. He's come way in front of the bag over here at third. Keaton comes set here. Delivers. Does square the bunt. There's that pitch, Greg. That's where you've been
when you want, especially square on the bunt.
What you've been wanting him to do with it all night there.
I like it.
Kind of got Kane in a situation over there. He's got to cover his bunt in third, too. Ryder just kind of creeping this way now. There it
He's
is.
gone.
There it is.
He's gone.
Get it.
Shouldn't be.
David's got his arm out.
He's got his arm out, but he's got to proceed. He's got to proceed.
If he goes back to third, it goes
He
off.
went back.
But he's got.
He's got to go. He's trying to get.
Oh, he's going to give it to him.
No, that's not right.
That ain't right.
If he tries to go back to third, if he would have went on and went home on interference, I think that's right. But I think if he goes back to third, that takes it off.
David had the interference called.
Yeah, I believe I'd argue that one.
I believe I would too. But I mean, I was one of them. It popped out of Kane's glove, and he just.
Well, like I said,
he stood up.
Kane in a situation there. He's trying to cover the bunt and the base.
Yeah.
They do score a run. Tears is going to foul that one off.
I could see the interference call, but if he gives himself up and goes back to the bag
and
then
stands
it takes the
there,
interference off. Yep.
Yeah, I think he's got to. If he'd have just turned and took off home, if they throwed him out, he would have been safe because of the interference. Or I thought that's the way it worked, anyways. Greg, you're supposed to know these things.
Well, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
You ought to be arguing. Can you go argue for us? Can we give the AD?
Could, but nobody ever listens.
Can we give the AD power to argue? One ball, two strikes, one out here.
David has put me in a dugout a few times, so
I just think now he can't. I mean, he can't really throw you out of the game.
And David's a good umpire. David does a good job.
Yeah, he does.
I like David.
Yeah.
And there could be something that changes. I just know typically, like you see typical interference, like a first baseman, like a runner hitting a first baseman or something. If they go back to the bag, then they don't let them go on to second. But if they continue trying to get to second, get thrown out, then they call them safe for interference.
Yes. I thought that's the way it worked. Well, 2 balls, 2 strikes here, 1 out, nobody on. Marshall County has plated a run. Ball's going to be grounded over to second base. Cecil Williams fields clean, throws over to first. There it is again. I have a talk about that. Why don't we keep throwing these baseballs at our first baseman's knees?
It seems like we don't follow through. It seems like when we let go of the ball, we just stop or follow through, it seems like a little bit.
Does give us 2 outs.
That would have probably scored the run
Anyways,
regardless.
Yeah. So swings through that one. This is Carson Henderson, right fielder today for Marshall County. Ball's going to be drove out into right field. Graham goes over, makes a little ballet dance, comes down with it.
A few style points there.
Yeah, little style points. All he needed was his tutu to make that look even better. We'll take a little break as they're swapping sides. This is Summertown Baseball on Exports Network.
Did you know that Resource MFG, an employee bridge company in Lawrenceburg, is the first and largest national manufacturing staffing company? They work alongside the top plants and facilities in the area to provide you with job opportunities in production, quality, maintenance, supervision, and all levels of management. Resource MFG has positions open right now to meet your needs today and a full staff ready to work with industrial partners to grow opportunities for this generation of workers and the next. Reach out today and start your employment journey with Resource MFG.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
Did you know that Resource MFG, an employee bridge company,
All right, bring up Foster Paley, the catcher here for Summertown today. Takes ball one in. Fouls that and off a catcher. Ain't as bad as that, and it fouled off a catcher last night. Nobody want to make a comment on that? Yeah.
I agree. It wasn't as bad.
There you go.
Well said.
I was trying to make it funny. Line drive over to second base. Second base makes a play. There ain't much you can do about hits like that. You hit line drives like that and they're at somebody, then, you know, it's you just got to not change nothing and keep doing it. They will fall. Bring up Aiden Perez in the DH spot tonight, hitting for Braden. Perez had a hit, his first at bat. Ground ball back up the middle. First pitch swung through for strike one. Ball's in the dirt for ball one. Evens everything up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So the home plate umpire checking with our first plate umpire is Langdon standing down there talking to him. Perez shows bunt, just misses it.
That's why you never paint the coaches' boxes right.
Yeah, so they can walk around where they want to. Well, he was standing out there the other night against Loretta talking to Grayson, and the umpires got on to him, made him move. It's going to be called strike 3. That's it. That's out there. But
the rule now, you know, in high school baseball and softball, you know, the first base coach can't say anything to the umpire. They can't argue. They can't question. They can't anything. They get put in a dugout. So it's kind of.
Was it the first base guy or the head coach is the only one that can?
Right.
So bring up leadoff. Casey Blackwood. About a half a ball outside.
So I think they're just talking about that interference call still.
Yeah. They're probably, well, it's Langdon, and he talks all the time.
But he's quiet.
Yeah, very quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball's going to be grounded over to shortstop. Shortstop fields clean. Throws over to first.
Made it close.
Made it close. Casey's making it close there. But
quick inning.
3 up, 3 down. Summertown still leads here 2-1 going into the top of the 5th inning. So we'll take a little break. This is Summertown Baseball on X-Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store.
All right, we're back. Aiden Kirby's going to step in. Going to pop that one up. Looks like Ryder Brightwood may have a bead. If not, nope, never mind. Casey Blackwood will just catch that one.
Braden doing a good job coming out throwing strikes. I think he's like, 49 pitches through 4, so nice job. Just come in and throw strikes. Let your defense work.
Yeah, he's pitched well.
Give or take 3 or 4 pitches.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's that outside. That was a little too far out, but he check swung on for strike one.
On the swing.
Braden just stays there. Makes him go after another one. This is that kid that made that play. Colton Carden made that play at second base for them last night. Can't remember who it was, but he took a hit away from him for sure. That breaking pitch in there, down and away. That's a good pitch sequence right there.
Nice location.
Stayed right there.
Braden Keaton throwing well for sure. Got 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Ball's going to just be tapped towards second base. Cecil's going to have to hurry. Fields throws. Oh.
Yeah, it's probably a good call.
Yeah,
he didn't get him.
That was tough. That's going to be a tough play.
He's on the back of the grass,
Yeah, Cecil had to come a long ways to get that.
It's going to be bare hand or nothing there.
Yep. Yeah. And I think he actually had to take an extra step to get around Braden, too. Ball's going to be hitting foul territory. Q's giving chase. Hope he don't hit the fence. We'll have to repair that down there later.
Glad we got David back over in the middle of the field there. So
yeah.
You didn't have to take him out.
So he didn't run up. Yeah. David's probably standing out there thinking the same thing right now.
I'm glad I called that guy safe. So. That's reference to Q taking out the umpire on a foul ball.
Yeah. So this is their leadoff. Center fielder, cross. Breaking pitch started in the middle and broke way outside. Even everything up. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here. Runner at first. Pitch is delivered. Ball is going to be hammered back up the middle. It's going to get by. Casey Blackwood comes across. Fields. Everybody's going to pick up 1 base. Lucas Hurry. Third base. Well, was third base, but now he's the pitcher.
I always like these games against Marshall County because you know you're going to get – it's going to be competitive. They do things right over there. We talked earlier about the days of Ledge and Coach George and Coach Reese and his brother, those guys. It's always never really had a rivalry because they wasn't, local or inter-district. But, man, they're always doing baseball right in Marshall County. So it's nice to see them play these 2 games back-to-back.
I think this puts you third baseman in the situation with Hurry coming up, Lucas coming up here. It's a good chance this kid could get a bunt down. It's like John Colby Stanley's going to go down and throw a little, try to get loose. First pitch was a ball down. Ball's grounded over to third base. Kane Kinnick Field steps on the bag, jogs on over into the dugout.
Good play. That's a tough hop.
That is. That's tough off that grass. So that's one of them that's kind of rough to make a decision on. You either go or don't go.
Yeah.
That's which hop do you want. So done a good job with it. Steps on the bag, gets us out of the inning. We'll take a little break. This is Summertown Baseball on X Sports Network.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Built Well Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff, over 25, that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3.
All right, we're back. Ryder Blackwood hitting in the 2-hole, playing shortstop for Summertown tonight's going to step in. First pitch delivered to him. Going to be called a strike.
A little low.
Yeah, I'd say that one was just a touch low. Second pitch here is delivered. It's going to be away. Watch him. Greg, me and Adam talked last night. You know, they're making these catchers lazy. They don't have to go get nothing no more. They just stand around, and they say they do it to speed the game up. Well, what's to speed it up?
Waiting on a guy to run from on deck.
Yeah. Pitch is going to be up, make it 2 balls. So you wait on this guy to run all the way over here, pick it up, hand it to the umpire, then go back. Well, the catcher could have done got up and went and got it. So.
We're only about 25 feet back, so it's not that far.
But
some of the bigger fields, I understand,
yeah.
They got 50 feet backstop maybe. But.
Yeah. Ball's going to be fouled back.
If y'all would have trained Ball Dog to sit in the dugout and run and get those and the bats, they could speed it up.
That's an idea. I don't know if we can train Ball Dog to get a ball. Blackwood's going to call time.
He will go get them. He stopped at the house one evening last year. Hudson had the wedge out there hitting wedge shots. And I looked out there, and he's hitting a wedge shot out there, and that dog was going to get that golf ball and bringing it back to him.
So he'll get a golf ball, but not a baseball.
Yeah, he'd run.
Yeah. So he plays golf, too.
Well, yeah.
We knew tennis, softball, and baseball.
He will join in on the golf.
So he's a golf guy, too. Yeah. Ryder's going to pick up a base hit over in the 5-6 hole. My opinion, if they ain't playing so wide out there, that's a little easier play for your shortstop. But
backhand a routine ball.
Yeah. So brings up Q with the runner at first. Takes a fastball knee high right down the middle. So one's always like, you know, they see it and they back out and shake their head. Yeah, that's a strike.
Again, we get runners on early with no outs here.
Yeah.
Opportunity.
Ryder's gone. Q's going to foul that one off.
I think that was a hit and run or just.
Yeah, I think Q been down
to
swing. Yeah, Q been down to one strike. That ball was outside. I think he was just trying to drive another in the left field here. Pitch is delivered. That ball has killed. I don't know how he hit that. How did he hit that?
I don't know, but he almost hit
He almost killed Kane and everybody in the dugout. Kane just kind of looked at him like, what in the world are you doing? I don't even know how he reached it. That ball was 10 inches outside and eyeball level. All right, Q, if you can hit that, you can hit any of them, buddy. A fastball down and in. Make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryder's still hanging out over at first base. Ryder's gone. Q's going to hammer that one just foul down the first baseline. That ball was up and away, too.
Yeah, he reached out around that one.
Yeah, I think if his coach is over, they're not throwing.
That one.
Yeah, they're not throwing him that pitch again.
So I guess the rule, if you can see the ball hit the ground, it must be fair because Langdon's got the foul line covered, right? So
yes.
Notice that. He didn't sell it well enough.
No. If he runs out there, it gets in the way and starts pointing fair. Pick over to first. Up and away. I don't know if Ryder was ready for that or not.
Him and Langdon got to wake up over there.
Yeah, I don't think St. Langdon said back because he was running.
Yeah.
He turned his head.
Pitch is delivered. Breaking pitch up and away. Make it 2-2.
Q's making him work for it.
Trying to hang in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Ryder Blackwood still standing at first. He's gone again. Q
protecting.
Q's protecting. Reaches out and
I like it.
Hits,
I like it.
Hits ball 7. That's what you got to do, guys. If it's close, you got 2 strikes on you. I like it. And this is something, Adam, we've not been doing.
Not done all
We've
year.
not been doing it. It's like
they got to learn to situational hit.
I actually told them that, Q and Kane and 4 or 5 of them the other night. I said, you get 2 strikes on you guys, you got to protect. You can't stand there and look for that groove pitch. Pitch is going to be down and in. Ball 3. He's worked it full here.
That's what, 11, maybe 11 pitches just about?
He's deep into this at bat, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is 11.
Oh.
Yeah, ball was down and in. Q had most definitely.
There goes that situational hitting stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love to see where that one would have landed if he had enough contact, though.
Yeah, I don't think the tennis courts had a chance.
All right, Kane.
Kane Kenny's going to step in now with 1 out.
Might have been the pitch to steal on right there, the 3-2.
Yeah.
He's got a great lead now.
He's gone again. Kane's going to take that. Didn't act like he wanted to, but.
Knew he needed to.
Hey, you get the runner to second. It's in scoring position now. He's got to throw you 2 more.
Get this run, go up 3-1, going into 6 at least.
Ball's going to be down. Even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 runner on, and Ryder Brightwood standing at second base now.
Definitely got to be careful at second, not get a line drive, double play ball here with the big lead.
He's tied him up again. That ball's hit down the right field line. It's going to get out of play. I think there again, Adam Gregg, I think he's trying too hard to hit the ball to right field with the runner standing at second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just go ahead and yank that ball.
Yeah, just go ahead and hit it.
I mean, you're on a 300-foot deck. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is thrown behind him. Ryder's going to go to third. No throw. So now here with 1 out, we just need a ball put in play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, just something put in play.
I used to always tell the kids he hit the bull on that one. Nobody ever understood it. They never watched the movie.
Never watched the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, your 5'6" gap is huge. Ball's going to be away. Makes it full, 3-2. This is where I think you really need to go to work. Anything close, you need to be touching. Kane swings through that one for strike 3. Walks back to the dugout. Jake Pettis is going to come up. There again, we get a runner on with nobody out with 3 and 4 coming up and can't get him in. 5-hole hitters coming up. He's going to go ahead and get us that run. Jake Pettis is going to step in. Jake swings through the first pitch.
He's doing a pretty good job moving the ball in and out. He's not throwing the same pitch twice, really. He comes in, then he'll work out on this one probably, then he'll go back. Yeah.
Behind him. Coach Blackwood's getting a little frustrated with these guys.
I don't know that I blame him.
I don't. Yep, there you go,
Jake.
Jake.
Jake will just take that in the hip. Jog on down to first. We'll bring up Graham Howell hitting in the 6-0 here today.
You say they've been throwing down a lot all the way through?
Yeah, they have.
Third.
They have.
Would you run a pick play here maybe? Get him a run down to get that third run in? Yeah.
Don't know that that's not what's going to happen right here, Greg. Try to get that run. I mean, we need this run.
That's what I'm saying. Since you're struggling a little bit getting guys in, you might take a chance,
Jake
see if they can make a defensive
Jake,
play. Yeah, just put a little pressure on them, see what happens. Maybe 2 outs, you can still come back up.
Nope.
Yeah, Jake, that's what was doing, but he just threw it back to the pitcher that time.
Another second and third. Was this 4 or 5 innings we've had second,
5.
third?
Yeah.
Doing a good job getting them there. We just got to need that big hit one time.
It's 4 innings. We've done it every inning but 1. Ball's going to squirt away. Ryder's going to score.
Was that 2 on pass balls we've scored tonight?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
2 of our 3.
Yes.
Q scored one, I think, in the 4th or the 3rd, maybe. 3rd inning.
3rd inning.
I say pass ball. Could have been a wild pitch. I don't want.
No, I'd give that a pass.
Depends on what parents
That'd
sitting
be
in
a
the stands
pass.
who's arguing pitcher or catcher.
He's called a strike. That was a pass ball.
Yeah.
They never touched the ground.
Never like to make that call because it depends on who you're rooting for, the pitcher or the catcher.
Ball's going to be down. Makes it 3-1 here. 2 outs. Cecil Williams standing on deck. Pitcher comes set here, delivers. There's that 3-1 pitch we're never ready for.
I don't know.
I think I'm standing out there 3-1. I'm dead red. If he gets it, I'm 3-2. Graham's going to hit that softly towards the third baseman. Third baseman's going, oh, that was trouble. How you score that, Greg?
That'll work.
I think it hit that lip on the grass we talked about.
He wasn't in front of it?
We talked about it's been to our disadvantage a little bit.
Yeah,
but
but
I think he raised his glove up a little high on it. So,
But do you score that? So does he throw him out? Is that that's an error?
I think you have to give an error on that just because he goes off his glove. You really don't know. If he'd have come up with it maybe and beat it out, I think you'd give him a hit. But it was going to be a tough play either way.
Yes. So we do plate 2 here. Cecil takes one at the head for ball 1. Graham Howell standing at first now.
How did we score our first run? I've done forgot. I know we had 2 pass balls and then that was on the error maybe. So did we manufacture the first one? I'm trying to think back to where we scored that first run.
Well, it was in the 2nd inning, so it was down in our lineup. Yeah, Perez hit the single back up the middle to drive
That's right.
Cecil in.
Yep, that's right. Took it back up.
I think Cecil walked to get on, and Perez hit it back up the middle.
Score from second.
Take them any way you can get them, but you kind of these non-district games, days that you don't have district, you try to see what you can work on.
Ball hit out of center field.
It was hit pretty well. Nice play.
Yeah.
Center fielder goes over and makes a good play on it. What was you saying, Greg?
I said these non-district games, Wednesdays through Sundays, you're always trying to, Wednesday through Saturday when you play, you're always trying to work on some stuff, different situations. So you'd like to see us get a few more hits and drive in runs. And, you take what you can get, obviously.
Well, we're not getting a whole lot right now. No. We'll take a little break. This is Summertown Baseball on X-Sports Network.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today. Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally
Shortstop Henry from Marshall County is going to step in. As Summertown's leading 4-1 here in the top of the sixth.
Probably kind of getting to the point. He's a batter by batter pitching right
yeah.
now, maybe. Just see, you got a couple of guys been warming up. So
Yeah.
if we can get through this inning, it would be great. Then bring closer in the seventh.
It's like
but
John Kobe's
He's down there throwing.
still
now.
hanging out down there throwing a little bit. Ball hit out of play.
got a 4-1 lead now. You can kind of, you don't want to relax, but you want to go in there and just throw strikes and get, try to make guys make outs.
Yes. Ball's going to be up and in.
This Braden's longest outing maybe this year.
Yes, no, absolutely. I
Yeah,
think
it
this is one of his longer outings. He's through well, but he's now at 3-1 here. He may be getting a little.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be a short hook this inning.
Where's he at on pitches? About 70.
Yeah, 69. It's showing on the screen.
Good. Way to work back.
Yeah. Ball's going to be hit foul over the third base dugout. He make it 3 balls, 2 strikes.
How many hits do they have this game, Timmy? Can you see that?
I can. That ball is hit out in the left field. Jake Pettis is floating back, makes the play. Casey Blackwood standing there waiting on it. They got 4 total.
Leadoff's got 2 of those.
Yeah. Leadoff's got 2 of those.
So, yep, just keep working, get 4 hits. Coach Blackwood's coming out to talk.
I think he may be about ready to pull him.
Just had him on
Yep,
that 80
that's
pitch
it.
count. That's a good night for Braden, I think.
Excellent night. Yep.
What would we say, 4 hits and
He scattered them out.
1 run. Was it earned? I'm trying to remember. It was unearned, wasn't it?
I think it's an unearned run.
trying to remember
On
that.
this crappy school. Yeah, 1 earned runs always give up. So, see what Braden done.
Solid
here.
night. You like to see guys go 5 or 6 innings early in the year. That's
Yeah,
positive.
That's good.
Yeah, he went 5 1/3. He give up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He had 3 strikeouts, no base on balls. So I mean, he stayed in his zone, done his job. Went 71 pitches.
Well, it's good when you bring a pitcher in, he don't have runners on, and when you get ready to do that, you're not putting pressure on him, so you
Yeah.
can kind of relax with nobody on, working the
Yeah.
wind up, kind of get him started here.
Well, I mean, I always hated to see. You hate to see a kid come in with nobody out and 2 runners on. Well, they're not his, but it's hard to tell that pitcher that they're not his. Lawrence County High School's playing Huntsville. Huntsville up 4-1.
Top of the third.
Yeah, top of the third inning there.
I think we said that our girls softball, did they win today, Will? I think
they were up on their first one in the fourth inning, 10-1. That's the last I heard.
10-1 in the fourth. They're in Murfreesboro playing at McKnight Park this afternoon. I think they had a varsity game at fourth and a JV, and then another varsity game tonight. Then they'll follow up tomorrow with 2 varsities and a JV there in Murfreesboro. So always good to go up there and play. Kind of gives you some experience on those fields. So
yeah, where they at?
They're at McKnight Park.
They are at McKnight Park.
So
yeah.
if you're fortunate enough to ever make it state tournament, it's always good to have experience on those fields and get that opportunity to go play there. Some teams, bigger schools.
Yeah, they'll probably run into some pretty good teams this year. And what I've seen out of the girls, though, and the girls' team, they're playing well, putting the ball in play, and pitching it well. I mean, they're rotating pitchers. They're using 4?
Yep, got about 4 guys pitching now. The Hannah's back from basketball, so doing a good job there. I think they pulled off a win against Lewis County last night, and they'll go to Loretto on Tuesday, I believe, when they come back from this weekend series.
How's Loretto look? I know they've got the one pretty good pitcher.
They did. They actually, Mount Pleasant beat them last night. I believe it was 6-3 or 5-3 at Mount Pleasant. So the district, is going to be, a good district this year. Battle Creek is new into the district, of course. So our girls went up there. So girls 2-0 in the district right now.
I get confused after watching baseball so long because when they play their district games, it's kind of one here, one there. And
usually Mondays, Thursdays is what they are.
They kind of spread
Tuesday, Thursdays, yeah.
They kind of spread them out where baseball you play back to back. So we did have a pitching change. John Kobe Stanley comes in. Got one out here, nobody on.
I can see him come in and fill the strike zone up here and get these 2 outs. He was a little high in his warm-ups there, I noticed. He stayed a little high, so hopefully work that pitch down.
Going to be Gibby Miller, first baseman.
Good pitch.
Ball out.
Seemed like we got that one early tonight.
Yeah. Well, they've messed up and scratched the chalk out. He ain't got nothing to look at over there.
No reference point.
No reference point. The fastball down the middle. Coach acted like he's going to make a play on it over there and just said, no, I ain't catching that.
Usually the better choice.
Depends on how mad you are at the game at that point, right, Greg?
Oh, yeah.
If you're mad, then you just go ahead and make that play. So, 2 balls, 1 strike here. There's that outside corner. Two balls, 2 strikes. John Kobe comes set. Delivers. Ball's going to be down. We got somebody else down the bullpen. I think it's Perez. Is it Perez that's down there?
Yeah, Will was saying.
Will's got the advantage of the cameras. Pitch is going to be down. So, walks. And Perez is jogging back towards the dugout.
Is this Tears, the 5-0 batter? Yeah. Shortstop?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, is he the outfielder?
Yes, he's playing left field tonight. Played right field for him last night. He's in left field tonight for him.
I can see a ground ball double play here. Might tell you what you want to throw the next pitch, maybe.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah,
the way he bailed on that one. Mr. Gardner over here from Marshall County said, you got to wear that one.
Yeah.
Don Kobe comes set here, delivers the 1-1.
Good pitch.
Gonna be a fastball in there.
David's got us blocked from the outfield view.
Told Will we need to draw an X out there on that field and say, don't stand here.
Big circle or something.
Yeah.
Yep, it's gone.
It's like Will has lost it again. That is going to be strike 3 for the second out of the inning.
Oh, here we are.
You didn't lose this long that time, Will. As long as it didn't restart everybody's feed. Everybody will be scattered around looking for us.
Are we still using that AOL dial-up?
Yeah. We're having trouble with the internet out here in our new building, Greg. So Will said it's got to built it out of metal. Pitch is going to be away for ball 1.
In case you did lose us, we got the second out there.
Yeah. This is Carson Henderson playing right field for him tonight. He DH'd last night, so he's been in the lineup for him. Pitch is delivered. That ball is hit well in the center field. Casey Blackwood's tracking it back, makes the play. Be the third out of the inning. So we'll take a little break because they're swapping sides. This is Summertown Baseball on X Sports Network.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
All right, Marshall County's made a pitching change, number 6. See if I can't trip Brett. He'll be at the top of the substitution list, Will. TRIPPBRANT. Foster Paley steps in, takes ball 1, swings through, strike or foul strike 1 back. Foster's going to foul that one back over the third base dugout. Pitch is delivered here. It's going to be away. Ball 2. P-Red standing on deck, hitting in the 9-hole today. Blackwood will be behind him. Pitch is going to be up.
I believe that's 3-2, right?
Yes, 3-2. Should be 3-2.
It's full up, showing full.
Yeah. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brent's hollering in the dugout that it's a full count. Ball's fouled back. Foster Paley trying to hang in there. Pitcher comes set and delivers. Foster's going to pop that ball up here to the third baseman just in foul. Whoop. Was in foul territory. Come back fair. Had one over there last night, Greg. Hit about halfway down the third baseline, a mile high. And I don't remember who hit it. But that thing lands in between the pitcher and catcher. Third baseman never comes after it. Lands in between the pitcher and catcher about 6 inches fair. Our guy was standing at first waiting on it to hit the ground.
Oh, no.
That's
that high.
Yeah. Perez takes ball down.
I'd like to see a couple of insurance runs this inning here before going to the seventh.
Ball's going to be fouled back.
I think somebody discovered you can't stand too close to the backstop net. She moved pretty quick, didn't she?
Yeah.
Has a little give in it.
Yeah, it's getting kind of old. Ball in.
Perez does not move when that ball comes. He's
No.
always stood there since he's a kid.
Well, he leans in a little, and I think it's his daddy.
His
His daddy
tucks it around.
Yeah. His daddy's threatening with his life.
Well, he's never been hit as hard as his dad did when his coach pitching to him.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. His dad threw about 90 to him. When he's
Ball's grounded down third baseline. Fair ball. That's going to be a double.
Yeah.
Perez should have a stand-up double. Ball bounces around in the corner down there. P's going to be standing at second.
Is that his second hit for tonight?
Yes. He's two for three.
Good way to come back after being sick. Work back.
Yeah, working back into it. It's going to bring up Casey Blackwood.
Yeah, we need him.
We need P to get back.
Strength.
Yes.
Perez can hit. That's good to see him getting back.
Yeah.
Work his way back in.
At the speed.
Casey's going to bunt right down to the first baseman field.
He's going to be safe.
Yeah, he's safe over at first. Going to get away. Casey's going. He's in right field. Going to make the turn out there and end up at third because he ain't – whoop. He did decide to check. I don't think that if he hadn't went out and around the right fielder, he had a chance to get to third on that.
He had to run through the bag.
Yeah, you don't see many guys go 300 feet to get to second.
That's a good bunt. That ball was up in his eyes. That's good.
Yeah. So, does score that run that we needed, that insurance run we was talking about.
They
so
scored him from second.
Yep. But
it's interesting to see that Casey can run from right field before they can get the ball back from the fence.
Back
to second. Right field to second.
Throw it over the first baseman's head against the stop over here. Ryder Blackwood shows it. Bunts it foul.
Third baseman was back. He had a chance again to get on.
Yeah, I think Ryder's had a couple chances tonight, and I still look.
He may go again.
He gets a bunt down right here.
He's still back there.
Yeah,
you always like to play for that 4-run leader. I did, get you 5-1 now, and then
ball's going to be in the dirt. Casey's just going to glide in over the third.
All right, now he ain't ground ball.
Yep.
Maybe a safety squeeze here, maybe. Got speed both ways.
They going to come in and play the corners in now.
6-1.
Yeah,
maybe not in the second inning, but maybe here, many runs you can get. You need 3 outs.
Add something to it. May save a pitcher. Ball's going to be inside. Make it 3-1.
But you might not take a bat out of hands for a guy that went 5 for 5 last night either. So.
Yeah, no.
Just let him see what he can do with it.
Ball's hit towards the shortstop. That's going to score the run. Shortstop fields, throws over. First baseman can't handle it. Ryder's going to be safe at first. See, their tour buses got fired up out there moving around.
Not a good sign when the bus driver decides he's going to crank
the
the bus.
Game over.
Yeah,
you're
in
the sixth inning. Bus driver's done started. He's leaving.
Out, yeah.
So, bring up Q Smith. I think Quint's got 2 hits on the night.
He might move that white bus into left center field so you can't see the ball coming out there.
We was talking about that light earlier. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Ryder hesitates.
Go back.
That ball's popped up out here. I don't know who's getting there.
Trouble.
Third baseman makes the play.
Nice catch.
Good play.
And is going to throw from his butt back over to first.
He said
That's
he's out
a
the
pretty
grass
good,
in left field.
Yeah.
Sitting down.
Sitting down and one hop the first baseman. That's a pretty good arm.
That's definitely shortstop or left field area. So third base, that's a really tough angle.
Yes.
So I think he made a good play on that ball.
Got 2 outs now, runner at first. Summertown leads 6-1. Kane Kennick steps in, gets hit.
Thought that was in the chin area. Did they get an arm, you think?
I don't know what it got.
I was hoping it hit that plastic piece on his arm.
It got him in the arm, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It got him in the forearm right here, got right below it, the way he's looking down there. Do you have a replay of it?
Here it comes right here.
Yeah, it's right off that forearm. Well, he does it right. Just run on down to first. We'll cry about it when we get home.
I'm sure he'd get a lot of sympathy anyway, right?
Oh, yeah, he will from his mama. She's worried about him, right? She's probably done got the salve out right now so she can rub it when we get home. Evidently, she ain't listening tonight because I ain't got no bad looks. She's usually listening to us. But brings up Jake Pettis, steps in, takes strike one, swings through that one, pops it up. Thing's a mile high on the infield. Shortstop comes in, makes the play. Summertown does plate. Two more there. Make it 6-1 going into the top of the 7th inning. We need 3 outs to get out of here. This is Summertown Baseball on Exports Network.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right. Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business.
All right, we're back. John Kobe Stanley still on the mound here for Summertown. Called strike one here in the top of the 7th inning. Summertown, like I said, leads 6-1. Perez is still in the bullpen. He's still throwing a little bit. Ball down. Ball 2 down. 2 pitches almost in the identical location. John Kobe comes set, delivers. It's going to be a strike. Worked her back up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So with 5 teams in the district, who was off this last week? Do you know what the standings are? So Mount Pleasant had week 1 off and week 3.
Swings through that one's going to be dropped third strike. Foster pops out and throws it. Yeah, Mount Pleasant had week 1. I don't know who's off this week.
Let's see.
Lewis County? Maybe Loretto. We've got week 3 off.
We travel to Mount Pleasant next week, and
Yes.
so
Loretta's got battle, so Lewis County is the off week. Ball's going to be up and away.
So how did Lewis and Battle Creek come out?
Yeah, it was a couple of close games with them, though. It wasn't, well, close to like the 5th, 6th inning, and then ball's going to be grounded over to third base. Kane Kinnick Fields comes across, throws over to first. It's a good play there. He circled that ball so he could keep moving through it to make the throw over to first.
Good job, John Colby, coming in just throwing strikes here. You got to lead, working count, let you guys play defense.
Marshall County here with 2 outs. Wiles is going to step in. He's a DH for him today, so he gets on. It will be back to the top of the lineup with Cross. He's got 2 hits tonight. Kobe just throws a fastball right down the middle. I think you're right, Greg. Just at this point,
fill it up.
Yeah, don't try to work around nobody. Let's just fill it up. We got 2 outs and 5-run lead. That ball's going to be fouled back. Don Kobe comes set. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. He delivers. Ball's going to be down. I think that may have fooled our catcher a little bit.
We crossed him up.
Yeah, he went after that in a little different than what he usually does. Greg, how do you feel about the intercom in the helmet?
Oh, I love it. Yep, for the catcher.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if they can wear, I'm assuming they can wear the watches. I know today I was watching one of the college games, and, I like the way the coach can put it on the iPad or whatever he's using. It goes straight out to the watches, and the pitcher and catcher can both see the signal at the same time. I'm just one of those. I was still too old school to yell out a number every time. Either I'm on, but.
Gonna be ball 4 there. So John Kobe getting 2 quick outs. Walks the 9-hole hitter. Gonna bring up the leadoff in Cross. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but I've seen some of that with the watches that your middle infield and center fielders wearing the watches too. So as they go out, they can all look down and they know where the pitch is going. So it kind of gives them a.
If you can afford that, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Called strike 1 there on that outside corner.
I do like it. It did get kind of where the coaches were calling signal. They were looking a long time. Then the kids have to look at the wristbands and everything. So it's really slowing it down. I think for my pitchers, I'd like my guys to stay in a routine. Let's get the ball. Let's throw the ball. Let's don't wait a long time. So.
Ball grounded over to shortstop. Ryder Fields flips to second. Be the 3rd out of the game. That'll end this game here, guys. Summertown's going to win this in 6-1. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think it did speed the game up some because I could never get used to the bands that everybody's wearing, and you're hauling out numbers, and then the players got to open and look and find where the number is. And, I thought that slowed the game down some. But I like this intercom stuff in their ear. That if, of course, we got Stanley's talking into it. Stanley goes, sometimes. So our catcher kind of looks at him like, what did you say? But, I'm just giving Stanley a hard time. Guys, Greg, glad to have you tonight. Adam, glad you're on. When do we play Monday at Mount Pleasant? Is it a 7 o'clock game?
I think it's actually 6:30. I think we met in the middle on this one, but I think it's a 6:30 starts. What I saw today at Mount Pleasant.
At Mount Pleasant, 6:30. Y'all, I know y'all can sit at home and watch it. I'm gonna say it again. Come on out, support these guys in the stands. They'd love to see you here. That's for sure. So we're gonna jump off here for Timmy Kinnick, Mr. Adam Kinnick, Greg Burleson, and our technical extraordinaire, Mr. Will Pettis. Had Blake Myers up here tonight running our board for us because Joe Cowton skipped out on us and acted like he had better things to do. So, but we're going to check out. This is Summertown Baseball on X Sports Network.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.